last week, y'all know I love me some Myron Golden. Myron Golden. If y'all aren't listening to him, look, just saying. It's most of his stuff that he posts daily is like 20, 30 minutes. Like I listen to it on the way to work. And, you know, so he had this little drawing because we've been talking about, like last week I talked about, you know, we don't need to trust the process, right? Or how to trust the process is to know the process, right? What's knowable about the process, right? And Eric talked about becoming obsessed about certain things. So he drew this little circle like this. This is how much you know right now. And we have these little receptors right here where information can come in, okay? So information comes in and then how much we know gets bigger. And then, oh, now there's more room for receptors, right? And so you bring in information and then how much you know goes out here. And then now, right? And so on, and so on, and so on. I mean, you can see where I'm going with that. The more that you learn, the more that you can learn. If you stay right here and you've only got 4 little receptors to learn stuff, you're never really going to learn that much. You have to learn more to learn more. Okay? And you have to be willing to say, I don't know enough. Like, I don't know enough. Memorizing the 12 steps of the sale isn't enough. You're not knowing enough. How long, Josh, how long did it take you to really get your feet under you when you finally moved to the desk, right? Like, how many years in the car business did you have before you got there? Like, from day one till you went to the desk? 10 years. And when you got to the desk, did you already know all the things? You knew, right? But have you learned anything since then?
Oh, yeah, of course. You learned everything.
Exactly. 10 years of knowledge, he gets to the desk car deals, and he's not done. There's still more to learn. So you may think that you know a lot, you don't know shit. And the more that you learn, the more that you understand there's still so much to learn. Not just about how to handle yourself as a person, but your chosen vocation, how to have a better relationship, how to communicate better, how to handle your food better, how to handle your physical fitness better. Like, the more that you can take in, the more that you can grow, right? Now, then I'm hearing the last 2 weeks, Eric Thomas has been talking about the difference between being committed and being convicted, okay? So being committed is a feeling of dedication and loyalty to a cause or an activity or a job, right? It's a feeling of dedication. You come here every day, you show up on time, you go, okay, I need to do 2 posts and these groups, right? You're committed to doing the things that Eric and Josh are asking you to do, okay? That's good, committed. There's nothing wrong with being committed, okay? But that's not gonna get you all the way out here in this big circle of having 1 million receptors to take in information. You have to be convicted. A conviction is a firmly held belief or opinion, okay? Over here, committed is a feeling. Over here, conviction it's firmly held. It's a belief system. It's part of your values. It's part of those roots that I talk about. That's a conviction. You're coming to work. The reason people don't have cars on the board right now is because you're coming to work and you're committed to being here every single day and trying. but you don't have a firmly held belief or opinion that you have to go, excuse the expression, balls to the walls every day to get what you want to go, to have the things that you want to have. You don't want to put down the roots. This is where your roots come in. You're learning, you're taking in information, right? You're giving yourself the right environment. You don't want to stop the things that make you feel good or make you feel happy. Look, I love to binge on Netflix just like anybody else, but that doesn't move me forward. I have to put down the roots. I have to listen to the people that are giving me good information. I have to put that information into action by going, I need to change my environment. I've been talking about this for 6 months, and some of you still haven't come up a level. 6 months you've been hearing it. And what are you doing? You're down here looking at your watch. When's it time to go home? Oh my God, I got to do another post. Listen to me. This man will make a ton of money, but you have to do the work. You have to care about your paycheck. You have to care about your family enough and your future self, not today's self, future self. What does my future self need? You have to have the conviction that every day when I get here, I'm going to do the things that, not just what I'm asked to do, what else do I need to do? I've got 20 minutes of free time. Are you sitting on the porch vaping and scrolling? Or are you sitting on the porch, I don't care if you vape, but are you sitting on the porch listening? Maybe you got 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Maybe you're listening to an Andy Elliott. Maybe you're listening to Myron Golden. Maybe you're listening to Jim Rohn or whoever, Les Brown, whoever these people are. Gary Vaynerchuk, like, he's amazing, right? You're putting information in instead of just scrolling nonsense. Like, I hate social media, y'all. It is a tool that we have to use, but I hate it. It's such a time sucker. And next thing you know, you're down a rabbit hole and you've lost minutes. You will never, ever, 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 ever get those minutes back into your life. Somebody did a calculation on if you just get up like 1 hour earlier every day, by the end of a year, you're going to be, it's like you have a whole nother, it's almost like a whole nother like month added over people who sleep later. Like you have a whole nother month of progress that you can make. And over the course of time, I wish I could remember what the calculation was. Over the course of time, you're going to be further ahead. But it takes conviction. It takes a firmly held belief, not a feeling. Okay, some of y'all need to leave your feelings over there in your car when you come to work. Me included. Because Eric and I both got up in our feelings this morning. Right? It's not a feeling. It's a conviction. But you know what? By the time we got to work, because we have to come here and we have to be leaders, you set all that aside and you get your shit together and you put your boots on and you put your big girl panties on and go to work. And you're convicted about it because my life is going to be better than the life that my parents gave me. I love my parents and they gave me the best life that they could. But what I want to give my children and what I want them to be set up to give their grandchildren is way more than that. Way more. And some of you think about it and it's a great idea and it looks nice. It's like window shopping. You're window shopping your life. Get the money in your pocket, go in the store and get the life. Don't window shop anymore. You're coming to work and you're window shopping. So think about conviction. If you need to look the definition up for yourself and write it down, do it. Remember, this is where some of you are. Some of you are about right here. Some of you are still in this little tiny bubble of, well, I know stuff. I know the 12 steps of the sale, and I know how to do a walk around, and I know how to present a car. Great, good on you. But there's so much more that you can do and learn and be. So get some conviction in your life today, not just about work. It needs to be conviction in a lot of areas. Done, and come here with conviction and not just commitment. Where we want to go, where Josh and Eric have lined out, the people that are committed are going to have hard conversations today, and guess what you're going to do? You're not going to want to stay here because you're only committed. You're not convicted that these two men will do whatever they have to do as long as you do whatever you have to do. So, get some conviction, not just commitment.